but it takes so long.
It's just time consuming, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's just tedious. I like being able to sort of pick really good bits of the session and then put them in a video, but these days, you know, I just post the whole lot.
Easier. Uncut version is always the best, isn't it?
Yeah, well, except I stupidly, for the last event when a load of guys turn up in good numbers, they're pretty good. They'd done an edit on some of the videos, and I hadn't noticed, so I just uploaded all the others.
Yeah.
So watching the playback, and it's on YouTube, and their faces go all weird, because they did some stupid...
Yeah, no, I see that one. They've done some, I think it's all these apps you can download, and you can put it on your video or whatever it is, and does all these silly things.
When they do that. So bring it all the way over. Really try and sort of isolate that shoulder. Yeah. So body over. Try and do body and just use your body over.
Right.
So fall away. So what I mean is like you're trying to isolate. So this is your connection here and warm up. So it's all really good. Yeah. You're pushing through.
Like that, you mean?
No, what I mean is over. So you're pushing through.
Yeah.
But I want you to sort of move your body a bit. You're isolating. You've got a habit of just doing it, leading your arm. So, over. Yeah, go over. All the way over. It's funny. I can feel you're going to be such a monster very soon in arm wrestling.
I mean, I know these.
I can do this warm up. I can do this warm up without. I mean, what I could do. So if you square up.
Yeah.
So I'll just sort of. So if you resist. Yeah. So I'm just sort of isolating this.
Trying to get it.
Yeah, because this is a bit prone to injuries, you know. So it's like.
So that's a bit we need to try and warm up.
Yeah. So usually. The other guy, we do it sort of backwards and forwards.
Yeah.
But if you're, not very experienced, the main thing is that I'm warming up so you don't have an injury. Because it's like, this are quite vulnerable.
Yeah.
Pretty obvious, sort of little connections.
Yeah, definitely still feel that little bit. Yeah. That bit never seems to really fully heal that bit.
Well, it does. What happens is it kind of...
It does feel, it feels better, but it just never... It never sort of goes back to 100%.
Well, it
not
just
pain at all.
Tendinitis takes a long time to heal.
Yeah.
But it's never a full tendinitis isn't a full tear. It's just inflammation on the tendon.
Yeah.
So it's sort of you just have to deal with it.
Oh, nice.
I used to get terrible tendinitis.
Part of the sport, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah, and my big problem was my brother's a weightlifter, and he used to get me in the gym and doing all sorts. Never get your wrist all the way down. It's amazing. Okay, very good.
You got.
Try not to turn it this way. Try and turn that way, because all this muscle you've built up can't be used when you turn that way. You're basically taking away, you're severing the connection between you and all your muscle. And so
doing that,
you're taking away all that good work you've done in the gym. Big guys, you want to keep in, you want to contain it, so you can benefit from all this muscle you've built up. If you're over here, you're kind of not able to use any of it. So it's like, you're so much stronger than me. You should be able to isolate that and put that onto my arm.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
It's pretty obvious once you've been doing it a while. So go. That's better. Oh yes, it's nice. You feel you're able to use it more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just keeping it in here. Well, you move my arm more for a start, so this obviously helps.
Yeah.
I don't know why people always do that. It's like
do that.
Every time it's the opposite to what you need to do for power. You wouldn't do that if you've got a kettlebell on the table and you're pulling it across the table. You wouldn't do that.
No.
You'd get
It would
close.
be like that, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If you did it, yeah, I'm with
Just
you.
think I'm a kettlebell. Imagine I'm a kettlebell. With a beard and attitude.
Yeah.
Go. Nice. Good. Don't push it in now, because I can. Anyone can get out of that. Mentally, you're bloody strong. Yes, but that last bit, you kind of were running out of patience. Just stick with it. You're doing it perfect, and then you kind of thought, oh no, I'm going to do that instead.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
no pushing. Because what happens is then you disconnected from your body and your arm. You know, when you do that, you isolate just your. It means the other person can just sort of come off the end there. You know? And especially if guys have a long arm, they can just dump on you. You know.
Yeah.
So if you can keep this all the way down, they can't dump on you.
Right. Okay.
Especially if you're strong wrist, you can keep them.
Yeah, I've been doing quite a bit of that on the actual in the gym with the wrist curls and stuff.
Oh, nice.
A lot more stuff than what I used to do.
Go for it. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Good. So that's when you pull back away from you. So you need to roll me over. Yeah.
Ah, well, okay.
Yeah.
You get that little bit.
Yeah. And you can leave your finger in before.
Yeah, I'm with you. Okay.
Yeah, don't do that.
You should probably start doing a bit more.
Your wrist should never ever go to negative. It should always be neutral or positive.
Okay.
Everywhere you are on the table,
Yeah.
I think always, unless you're coming up with some other strategy,
Yeah.
you know, in straps, you know,
Yeah.
always try and, just as a rule, wherever you are, just try and concentrate on your wrist being neutral or positive.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Bloody good exercise for me. Ouch. Good. Don't push down, you're pushing down. I thought you pushed sideways. You push, so do you see, you immediately come up, because I don't have to apply a lot of pressure to get you up on that. Just keep your wrist. Yeah. There you go. That's better. Now I'm feeling it. Yeah. That's better.
Oh, and when I get sort of down there, I feel like get that feeling of trying to pull back a little bit at the same time.
Yeah. I
mean that'll help. I felt a little bit there before.
I mean, they literally call it pulling. You know, it's that's absolutely right.
Down.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you don't open yourself up completely.
Okay. Still really to get used to these.
Pull away, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So get nearer to your elbow. Yeah. So again, you want to use all this power. Yeah. So go. Feel me open. Go on. Can opener. That's it. Then pull away. That's better. Yeah. Again, try and keep in here. Same thing, Jim. Yeah. That's it. Fluid. Keep that all the way back.
Oh, come off.
Yeah. Just running out of room. But you won't run out of room if you keep it tight. Funnily enough, if you're out here, you're more likely to run out of room. But keeping it tight, you can actually cover more than enough ground. I mean, in fact, they've got like huge guys in arm wrestling at all, without, you know, they don't elbow fire all the time. So as even with long arms, you can get down there. So let's practice transitioning. So start off here, hip up in the middle, always over the middle. Yeah.
Okay, so this. All right. Okay.
Yeah. And just what you tend to do, other than your grip of your opponent, when you go up here as an arm wrestler, you're thinking about your own body and how you're keeping connected, containing it. So you should be thinking about how your shoulders line up, how you know getting a big. A lot of the middleweights and light weights will deliberately punch their shoulders. Yeah. You know, to get the shoulder blades apart, really to connect this. It's not as easy to do when you're a big guy, you know, really broad. But if you're a narrower person, it really helps. You're sort of intermediate, so potentially you can sort of deliberately. You probably have enough strength not to have to kind of artificially kind of stretch your back over. But I mean, a lot of guys do it as a kind of a method, you know.
And another one as well, like I've done it quite a few times in the last session, is when I got down to that kind of position, I kind of went round and sort of tried to use a tricep.
Yeah, but tricep press only works again if you if you fully supinate on it.
Okay.
If you do that and try and price, they can just pull you out here.
Yeah.
So you want to cut them off from being able to escape.
Yeah.
And they can escape. Imagine that's the gate opening.
Yeah.
You just want to keep them shut in.
Keep it shut.
Wherever you are, you want to shut
Sure
them.
they open that bit up.
Yeah, I mean that's why often even as a top roll, you're still trying to kind of keep keep it closed.
Yeah.
You can top roll with it open, but the fact is that that's an easy escape for them.
Yeah.
So you want to keep it shut. Yeah. I mean that's what all that wrist training's for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Good. Nice. That's better. You kind of lean over your own hand.
done a little bit of
you tend to do this over your hand. You go.
Yeah.
What you want to do is go with it.
Go with it all the way.
Yeah. If you were to.
It's just that last bit I can really feel the.
Well, imagine.
It's like you just feel you need to put so much more power in that last bit when I'm like that. I'm thinking if I go up a little bit, I can try and.
But down here, if you've got the bicep, you can pull through anyway.
Yeah.
So you don't have to loom over your own arm, and that's not a strong position.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No.
you want power. You want to be parallel to your hand. You know. So up here, you're kind of in isolation.
Yeah.
If you want to pull a lot of weight, you need to kind of move with it.
Yeah.
So you kind of, if you imagine, so I'm kind of on our room. So I'm on our room out there.
Yeah.
And then I have to regain it, try not to lose the advantage.
And then pull. Yeah. I'm kind of seeing kind of a little bit of the kind of artwork
Nuances
to it, a little bit.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys I know who are way more technical than me. They're really good at just kind of breaking it up into those bits.
Yeah.
You know.
It comes a lot with actual experience.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, just try not to kind of leave your hand in the lurch. You know, you've got to use all you can, because the best strength you can have is if your arm is way up there.
Yeah.
You know? So you've got to kind of bring yourself to your hand.
Close as possible. Yeah.
Yep. Good. Yeah, you're going. Go. Oh, that's better. And you didn't push it. It was perfect.
No, I kind of just use pretty much a weight.
Yeah.
And just tensioning that.
Well,
kind of V.
Yeah, if you were
trying to keep it solid.
Yeah, if you imagine you're trying to open your own arm up.
Yeah.
So you don't want it to open up, but if you isolate your own arm, you're pulling it. You know you're doing something wrong. If you're doing it entirely by pushing. A lot of guys now have started to do it more in the pros, but you know they're just pushing him immediately. But if you don't get it in on the start, your opponent will take your arm away from you.
Yeah.
So it's much better to keep with your arm and follow your opponent in his hand. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah. Very good.
I could definitely feel how, you know, the last couple of sessions, well, especially after that first one was an absolute killer. 2 weeks to like heal. The second one healed up a lot quicker, you know, and I definitely could feel it's building the right muscles in the right places for this sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of
on top of all the stuff I've been doing already down the gym with the wrist, curls, and sort of a half bicep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, rather than going, I was trying to do
rather
the 21s.
than strict.
I used to do the full up motion.
Strict is pointless, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, I try and do normally about 10 to 12.
Perfect. You don't want to do
the half motion.
Yeah,
just like all the way down.
Any more than that is a bit pointless unless you're on recovery mode. In which case you should go very low. You know? So it's sort of I mean, tendonitis again. You want to kind of get blood into those areas. So. I'm trying to, you know, put a decent resistance on, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like if I was to kind of, if I did it entirely sort of, I could try and do it. It benefits me as well. So if I do entirely isometrically, I suppose there's also benefit. I could try and just do it entirely on lockout. But again, with a big guy like you, it's probably not going to help me. But I don't know. Go for it. That was me, rather than using my muscles. I was just locking out to the tendons.
Yeah.
So I wasn't using my muscle on that one. I was entirely just trying to kind of hang off it.
Oh, okay.
So, which is actually quite a good one if you want to. If you're in a super match and you want to conserve some power, you're able to hang off it. That the extreme end of that is called the King's Move.
I never understood that, because the King's Move was the last. You said the last bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, if you're holding out,
is it like a signature move, the King's Move?
Yeah. I mean, for some people, I mean, if you're holding out like this, you're holding off your tendon. The ultimate extension to that is when you're entirely reliant on your hand and on your lockout.
Right.
And then the only trouble is the other guy can probably press you out from there. Then you're over here. You're creating a distance on your own arm.
Yeah.
But you're gaining power on everything else by putting it in.
Yeah.
You know, with your cupping strength. You know, a lot of people prefer to only use King's Move if they're in the strap. It doesn't help me. You know, I'm only good in strap really when I'm hooking.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, it's a fun one. King's Move. I mean, I could try and I'll show you just a sort of a King's Move thing. So, I wouldn't recommend it, but yeah. So if I just do King's Move only.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you try to, yeah.
That's the thing.
I see what you mean.
But I'm not using anything else. I'm entirely using my
opening up my hand.
Yeah. So the power from the King's Move is in stability of your isometric sort of lockout.
Yeah.
And in your ability to actually rotate the other guy out to control his hand.
Right.
So on a King's Move, even if I lose my hand on a King's Move, I'm still controlling your hand. So it's sort of
I felt that.
Yeah.
You could definitely felt you had a lot more over my hand now.
Yeah. I mean, but I don't. Even though you can beat people on King's Move, I don't like to go into it unless I have to, because I'm out here. So once you're out here, oh shit! If the other guy then twists in on you, that's a big distance I have to then suddenly make up. So it's like a lot of the guys, they'll beat a guy on a King's Move by suddenly going onto a tricep press, and he's not got time to get up again.
Okay.
So it's
all
sort
about
of
timing on that as well.
Yeah.
What the right timing is for it to work.
Oh yeah, and the good thing about King's Move, if it works and stops your opponent, then it really drains him as well. So it's got the ability of, you know, if you're on a King's Move, it can really tire your opponent.
Yeah.
And then on the next round, the idea is that on the next round, if you've still got your wrist, he hasn't, because he's kind of ruined it on defending against you. So.
Just a warm up this one.
We're both clicking. Yeah, I've not even been lifting on the lift.
In fact, my left one's taking a bit longer to recover.
Yeah, my left. If it gets properly beaten up, it does take longer.
They're never the same, are they?
Yeah, it's like I always feel like I'm being given a proper nookie in the arm there. So. It's funny, you wouldn't believe how much of a difference there is. On the left arm I can do the best I've ever done on the training penny was about 20. Whereas on my right arm it was 27 almost 27 and a half.
Yeah, big difference.
Yeah, it's crazy difference. Doesn't feel like as big a difference in arm wrestling, funny enough. In left I'm reasonably competitive, but I don't do competitions on my left very often because I just don't have options. You know, I've got very inflexible. So it's like, if you're going to compete, make sure you've got more than one. you know, you're not a one-trick pony.
Yeah.
So I'm just, again, because I can't do this on my left, so I'm just going to follow you over, so okay? I'm going to deliberately let you go, I'm just keeping the pressure on. So I'm just trying to pull up here. You're leaving your arm out here, so yeah, just tighten up. One way of forcing it a bit is by just simply keeping your waist on the table.
Yeah.
Sort of gets in the way, but at least it sort of keeps you on your arm. Yep. Takes it all the way over. Nice. Nice. Sorry, you don't need to put 100%. I'm trying to warm you up. You know, blimey, that's a warm up.
You feel that?
Yeah,
Definitely.
I'm already sore on my left. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, stop. I'm going to go back into it and let you get some shape. It's like you're stupidly trying to beat your hand already. It's not fair. It's not. I'm not a good coach if I'm doing that. So go for it, yeah. That's it. That's all the way over. Nice. See, there's always that little sticky bit, isn't it?
But there isn't, and I just have,
yeah.
I try and
I think
trying to kind of move it more with my body, go into it more.
I've seen some guys, they'll deliberately, you know, they've got issues with flexibility. They'll deliberately train closer to the table. So in other words, they'll practice on with their training partner, going past the pad, and that way they'll tighten up a bit later. You know.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
That way they got more closer to the pad.
Yeah, because it's like at the moment you tighten up about there, but if we can get you close enough so we can get you kind of flexible enough that you can get all your power in there, you know, eventually you should be power all the way to the table. And it's just what tends to happen if you run out of power. If you still do a hook, it ends up meaning that you need to use side pressure. And again, then it's something you don't want to overuse.
No. Is that pretty much kind of your last resort towards the last bit, ideally? Because you wouldn't just use side pressure right from the beginning, because you're not making the full use out your actual your whole arm and your chest, your shoulder.
Side pressure tends to be, if you've got short arms, side pressure is an inevitable thing if you're stuck out here.
Yeah.
Because you're literally your arms going in that direction. So in order to get the other guy to the pad, you're having to do side pressure.
Yeah.
But the only antidote to that is to concentrate on your own rising power. So if you can get low on your own arm, you're concentrating on your own rising power.
That's one thing I haven't really done well training wise. I know we've got the bicep curls, like the half motion, which I think will help for that. But I think some of the I need to get some straps.
Yeah, I mean easy enough
belt
to go.
and get some dumbbells as well. Because all the stuff I do is down the gym. I need to get a few bits indoors so I can do it in the garden, really. Especially with the stuff I've seen on the YouTube for the guys.
They're great, you know, the guys in the club, they're really diligent, you know, they're kind of really doing their stuff, and I always feel guilty because I'm always watching their videos thinking I should be doing that, you know. I've got no right beating anyone, really, because I don't do the right exercises, but I think if I go for the pros in November, I'll make sure I actually get something like proper training, you know. You know, the thing is, it's like all my arm wrestling training is just gripping up with people occasionally, and that's sort of good, but ultimately to be a champion I'm going to need to be in the time, you know. So this is all looking a little relaxed, so you want to really work, you know, to kind of make it happen here.
Oh, come off.
No, so all that happened was you're good down here, but this was a little bit inactive. You're gonna make it happen with your hand, you know. So again, I was only isometric on you. I was just all I'm doing is, if you imagine you're hanging off something, hanging off of rock climbing. That's all I'm doing. I'm just hanging. You know, and you're having to work away from that. It's an inactive way of defending.
Okay.
Yep. Yep, good. That's better. That's a lot better. You're sort of a little worried about you're very straight around here, so someone else could dump around that. So again, try to kind of try to get it in here. Yeah, nice.
I kind of went in a sort of bit of a roll.
Yeah, you kind of you've still got that little issue there. I felt it. Yeah. Funny enough, the bit that hurts me is that last little bit as well.
Yeah.
On here, for some reason I'm great down to there, and then as soon as they have to do something to get out of it, that hurts. Yeah. See, that's the only pain I get on my left is specifically that bit.
Yeah.
Because my arm is so inflexible to get to the pad. It's kind of almost. It's kind of bruising me, just getting me down to the pad. Better. Again, you kind of.
Yeah, I've done it. Yeah.
Like you keep
It just
doing
felt
that.
like just a natural thing, but it's probably not. I know it's not the right.
Yeah, I mean, you know what people tend to do on the pulleys is
I think I need to work on that.
kind of.
I think I need to work on that more.
Yeah, do you know the ones they've got cone-shaped ones, where you can kind of deliberately kind of work on your bottom inside hand.
Like a scooping motion, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of a hook position, but you can top roll from a hook. Yep.
Side pressure on that.
That's very good. I have to say your top line is really good. It's just you tend to kind of run away from the rest of your hands. So, one thing you could try to do is just, rather than being active because you're not able to do it yet, you could just try and keep your hand sideways. So in other words, like
just keeping it like a locked position.
Yeah. Well, instead of worrying about all this, because you're at the moment your directional thing isn't tuned in. So basically, what's happening is you're losing track of where you are.
Yeah.
Easy to do. But if you concentrate on keeping a hand always pointing that way, you know, then it's one step nearer to not losing it out in that direction.
Yeah.
So you could just look at your hand and always, wherever you are, try and keep it there. You know what I mean? It's just a method for actually getting in the direction of some good practice.
Yeah.
So try and if you want your hand to go there, wherever you go on the table, try and keep your hand in there. So you have to bring it up to get it there. Yeah, that's it.
Kind of be more kind of
there, and then up, and then down.
Oh, right. See that kind of.
Yeah. Just keeping it in this direction, and then it's a good way. Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, because then you're utilising the other half of your arm, which isn't getting used.
All these little tweaks, ain't there? Makes a
Yeah.
big
And the good thing is, once they start moving together, you don't have to think about it. Yep. That's your hand. So yeah. So again,
I find it difficult to try and keep in that position. I think I need to work on it a lot more. Try and keep it in that kind of position as well.
Well, I was putting a lot of pressure on to do that. It's not like I did it easily. You're really strong, but still, I mean, you know, against a lot of people, you wouldn't lose it. But you know, you're going to be against really strong guys, potentially. So, you know, you're going to need to be able to keep that rock solid. You know, really. So all I'm doing is sort of, I was lock out and then just try and open the bottom of your hand up. So just to sort of isolate that, and it's that bit that I'm working on that you need to keep that nice and solid. So yeah, so as you're going in, working with the base of your hand.
You're trying to twist it up and feel that.
I lost your hand again. So easiest way to imagine pulling me up.
Just trying to.
Reel it in. It'll come. Yeah, it'll. Yeah. Because there's some guys who are surprisingly light who I can't do that against at all, and it's just because they keep that elevation, and then when anything they do, by the time they're going towards the pad, they've got it all nice and locked. So I won't put on as much this time. I'm just going to put a bit of pressure and let you get the shape. Yeah, go. Oh, you were doing. You went beautiful, and then you gave up.
Yeah.
So same thing again. Don't give up. Yeah. So, yeah, it's almost like you kind of go, "This is good," and oh no, you know, it's like don't think, don't overthink it. Just keep the shape. Keep the shape. Yeah. That's it. Keep that. Keep that. Same thing. No, not at the end there. Don't push. Just let it. That is always going to be. Imagine, right? That shape.
Yeah.
Same thing. If your body was aiming in that direction, it would hit pad.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have to move your arm any further, you know, because your body does it. You know, so you don't have to force with your hand at all. If you keep your hand and the body goes with it, I think you're following your own arm. So you tend to stay very high over your hand, which, funny enough, I'm often having to tell people to stay high over their hand because they open their own bicep up too easily. But you're not opening up at all, so it's like that's not a problem you've got. So I'm having to teach you something which a lot of people don't need to be taught. Yep, go. Body. You ran out. That's
Yeah,
right.
come out.
Start further over here. Give yourself a little. Yeah, just give yourself a little.
That's it. I think the
little,
starting
little
position,
arm, little arm.
you could pretty much like anywhere on the pad you like. So as long as your actual wrists, the locking, is above the middle.
Yeah, they'll try and keep your shoulders square. You know, at the start. I wouldn't want to keep my arm too far out. If my arm's starting from over there, way over here, I'd rather come onto it like this, so that I'm in that direction. I wouldn't want to be too far out here, too vertical on an arm that's that far over to the pad, because what happens is, if the other guy takes me, I'm going straight off the pad, and it's opening me up off my bone line. Whereas if I was to lean in on my own arm, see, I'm never going to be off my bone line, so I can pull through it. You know, use that riser power to pull the other guy across. Yeah. Just has a longer arm. Go for it. Yeah. Oh yeah. That didn't break. It was great. Yeah.
Felt all in one piece, basically.
Perfect. Yeah, same again.
In.
Yeah, we do the same.
Body,
Try and get you doing it a lot. Yeah, it's gonna hurt me, but that's fine. I'd rather get you good. Go. Same again, please. Yeah, nice. Same again.
And a little bit of that one.
Yeah, same again. I won't pull back yet. But go. It's hurting me, but it can't be a bad thing. I think it might help me.
Help strengthening it.
Well, might help flex, get me a bit stretched. So
yeah, I can feel it. Can't feel it.
Okay, same again, please. I'm going to put a little bit of back. Put a bit of, I'm going to attack the bottom of your hand a little bit.
Okay.
So
I'm going to just try and keep it the same position.
Yeah, same as Don't change it. Go. Nice, you kind of lost that automatically.
I did.
Very easy to train. It's something you can kind of.
That's something I ain't really done much of that. That's what I need to do.
Yeah. It's at least it's not.
Because I feel it does open up pretty easy.
Yeah, but it's not the worst thing. Of all the things to have a problem with, I can think of worse things. You know, you've got guys who open up here. You know, you've got guys who can't keep the top line at all. So if that's the only thing that's your problem, it's like. That's really, really good.
The smaller tools and toolboxes it.
It's like you're only having to get you're having to deal with some little things.
But it's always those little things that make the difference.
Oh yeah.
When it comes down to competition.
Yeah, it's a bit like, you know, when you're in grip, you know, I'm like failing, and then it's like a switch on it, and you know, it's like it's the same thing in arm wrestling where all you're doing is you're you know, you're failing, but then you kind of not using something. You know, it's like you're connecting those little extra bits. Yeah. Yeah. That's better. And you didn't open up as much. No, that's good. You on the right?
I'll get a bit right.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we can get coordinated so we've got you at one of the sessions of other people. It's like,
I mean, certain weekends it's just because I'm normally up north like once a month. I've got the kids as well on one of the weekends as well. But yeah, I'm sure we can sort it out.
Go for it. Really good for me. I'm really having to do this. Yeah, go for it. Keep going. That's good. Oh, yeah. I like that when you get into that sort of thing where you're having to rely on your own endurance. But then it's like, as soon as I let go, now I'm not going to be able to put it on that much when I go back to the table.
Yeah. See, I felt then I probably kind of needed to change it a little bit and sort of move around a little bit and then sort of try and come in like that.
Yeah, but if I'm locked in like that, it's not a good position for you to tricep press. So what you would want to do is when you come in, you want to bring your hand up and round.
Right.
Because once I'm there, then I'm in trouble because you can rotate me out.
Yeah.
There's a thing you can do called a high hook.
Okay.
So a high hook. So basically, what you were trying to do. So helps if you've got a long arm. You do a high hook. But, okay, but I'll do a good. I'll show you what it is. So what it is I'm hooking in up there. Feel me pulling.
Yeah.
Then I'm pressing.
Yeah.
So, but to be successful with a high hook, you have to get the other guy's hand. If you don't get the other guy's hand, you're pushing into his own bone, and you're never gonna get him down.
Yeah. So it'll be like what you've done to me. It'll be like if I'm doing it the right way. It'll be like am I trying to get the joint of your wrist?
High hook is up in this direction.
Yeah.
And that way, when you then go for that tricep press type thing, it's actually much easier because you've already opened him up. So again, if I do a high hook, if I had a higher arm, I could be there. But that's the intention to come round. Then you're coming round here, and it's sort of isolating my frame. So the high hook is only as strong as my own frame. So it's like if you've got a good strong frame, which evidently you have, if you can isolate that, you can beat the other guy because you've got a stronger frame than him. Hopefully. Oh, nice. You're getting it. It's still a little bit.
Fully kind of locked.
You'll be amazed. I've seen some arm wrestlers like as wide as the table, and yet they're still able to keep relatively really good shape.
Inside.
Yeah, only because they put so much time into it.
That's the thing. I think the more practice you have, the more time you're doing it, takes time. That's when your form gets better and better.
I'm having to use all form and no strength. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, good. Got there in the end. Oh, great workout for me.
It's definitely a good workout.
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah. They won't see it on the camera, but you could probably know what I was doing. So you could feel that I was encouraging the hook.
Yeah.
I was gaining height in this direction and keeping the thumb down. So in doing that, what happens, rather than losing the thumb, so keeping the thumb down and gaining height,
Yeah.
I'm basically stopping you. I'm bringing my own forearm up.
Yeah.
And it's much harder for you to pull me down because I'm able to connect. You know, as soon as my hand starts to go,
Yeah.
I have to isolate the pronator. But when I'm pushing around like that,
Yeah.
I can isolate both sides of the arm, so I can pull more weight. So sort of defensively, if you can isolate both sides of the bicep,
Yeah.
usually you can only do it with height. You've got guys who open out this direction, and to isolate that side, they have to basically come in and in and in, and it's too easy for the opponent. It's such a short distance for the opponent to win. Whereas if you're pushing through and up with your riser,
Yeah.
it means the guy's got even a short distance. He's got all. That's a powerful position for him to have to get through.
Yeah.
You probably felt it in your hand.
I did. Definitely. I tried to roll it more, but I found it very, very difficult.
Well, it's difficult to roll when the other guy's on that attitude because he's already rotated out.
Yeah, so trying to go like that.
You would have to roll in that direction.
That way.
Yeah.
And that's that motion basically.
Well, it's possible. You just have to kind of make it happen. So you can bring yourself in and then. Well, you've got to really sort of look at your shapes. Yeah. Yeah. That's nice. And toasted. Yeah, good. Yeah. Trying to you start it, yeah, a little bit further in. Yep. That's it. Wow, nice. Last time we trained, I was fine on the day. It was the 48 hours later is when I started really feeling it.
Yeah, I mean it took me on the second session we had. Well, felt it, but probably half the time before I sort of felt back to normal. And I was managed to sort of go gym and do a couple of exercises. You know, exactly what we're doing now, but kind of using. I mean, I don't know, what would you call that? Because you've got the sort of pronator exercises and stuff like that. But then we've got the machine, like the cable, it's like a pulley machine. It's like so happens to be a bar.
They're multi-trainer cable.
That's it. This one so happens to have a bar which is the right height for my
nice.
elbow. So I use a grip.
Oh yeah.
It's like one grip with a strap on it, and you've got the weight behind, obviously. And I've been doing a lot of that sort of.
Nice.
I guess it's the same what I see the guys do on one of these.
There's a thing that there's a guy called Nick Hall. It's a really great arm wrestler, legend. But he used to be British champion and all that sort of thing. So I visited his house once. Unintentionally, what happened was I'd left my camcorder at his gym. So I had to go around it, So, but he's got his great pulleys and things, it's great stuff. So he was showing me on his pulley how you don't want, if you're training, you don't want to do all the comfortable things over here. You want to be trying to open your own arm up. So get it.
So that's the position you're likely to be
vulnerable. Yeah, exactly. You want to be vulnerable over here.
Yeah.
Because that way, if you can rely on that, wow. You know, you're going to go a long way. And it's something in the gym, rather than sort of just this. I mean, that's always going to be helpful for somebody. But, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you know, I don't want to be losing when the other guy takes me. So I want to be sort of able to keep this, keep it, rather than losing it. Funny enough, even out there, it's still mostly the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last bit is more kind of this bit, yeah. Rather than put my weight down trying to.
Yeah, again, if you can bring it in,
Yeah.
you know, when you bring it in, you can pull a lot of weight, you know. Oh, got that one. That was good. Yeah. Okay. How are we doing for time, you think?
Yeah, I think. Well, it's been an hour now.
Oh, I need to get back to work shortly.
Yeah, fair enough. That was a nice little session now.
I might just do a little bit of last bit on the right, and then I'll head off. Yeah.
Oh, all right. One more.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, right, good. The last burn.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Got it. Great stuff. All right.
A nice little rest now.
Yeah.
I'll give you a hand taking this in. Just sit there.